Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to our new lesson based on Kashmiri language course. Today our lesson is about modal auxiliaries or what we call helping verbs. So we call them dak krawit or dek krawit. So I'll write here helping verbs, what we call here dak krawit or dak krawut when we say the singular. So dear students, we have two kinds. One is auxiliary and one is modal auxiliary. One is this simply where we see is, am, are, but where we say can, could, may, might, ought to, must, some basic. Today we'll do only the basic ones. So the first category is about can and could. So I'll write here, this is called heki. This is called heki. So you can put the mark here also, heki. Heki is also called can, and we have to use when we say the capacity. For example, you have the capacity to do some work, or you have the capacity but it's not that much, I would say that respectable one. When we take the Persian, for example, when we seek the permission and our teacher says you can come in, that time he can use can. So we can use heki in the same situation in Kashmiri as well. So the word for this is heki. But the thing you have to remember is that in Kashmiri language we have subjects, we have singular subject, we have plural subject. In English we have the same helping verb or same modal auxiliary for model these auxiliaries for singulars and plurals as well. The similar, for example, you can say there they can, you can say he can as well. But in Kashmiri we can not say one heki with all subjects, with all pronouns, with all with all these pronouns like they, he, we. In Kashmiri we have a different. So it would be heki, it could be he, it could be this, it could be hekak, he, hekak, it could be hekan, it would be hekan. See, heki, hekak, hekan. Now first we'll write the pronunciation of these words, these modal auxiliaries. Heki, it's he and it's ki, heki. Hekak, it's he and it's ak, hekak. And it's a bit aspirated here, hekak. Now hekan, it's he and it's k, it's a and it's n. It's heki, hekak, hekan. Heki, hekak, hekan. Now dear students, where we use heki, where we use hekak, where we use hekan. But here in English we use for them all as can. Now I can write here, now see here, if I write here su means he, then we have to use heki, su heki. Su heki, that means he can, it means su heki, su heki, he can do this work. Su heki ye kum kerit, su heki ye kum kerit, su heki kum kerit. That means he can do this work. Heki. Now if I have to say hekak, it's used with second person. And also hekak, hekan, heki, hekyu. Like like this, hekyi. Tui hekyi. Like see, now ts hekak. When we say ts, we don't use their hekyi. This as dark crowd, we use hekak. So I can write here ts. So we are dependent in Kashmiri always with all kinds of sentence. When we see in tenses, we see in different lectures, we are very much dependent on subjects, whether singulars, whether plurals, whether masculines, whether feminines. So we can use ts. We can write here ts hekak. That means ts hekak, ts hekak ye kam. For example, I have to write here ts hekak ye kam ka ret. Ts hekak ye kam karit. You can do this work. That means I write here ts hekak ye kam ka ret. See there, ts hekak ye kam karit. Now, when we use duck crowd with the subject you as a plural, like it was ts as a plural you. Now you as a plural like tui, we can say like tui is here verb. We can say tui. We don't use their hekyi or hekak, but we use hekyi. Tui hekyi. Tui hekyi. Hekyi ye kam karit. Tui hekyi. You can do. Tui hekyi. Tui. Tui is like this, a bit aspirated here, and then it's like this. Tui. Now we have ts, tui. And if we have to say tim, tim is they. Su, for su he we use hekyi. For she we use hekyi. For you as plural we use hekyi. And for they as singular, for they plural, masculine or plural, feminine we use hekan. So I will give the example here. We can say tim hekan. Tim hekan. They can. They can. Tim hekan. They can. So I write here. This is tim hekan. Tim hekan. Now, dear students, we have another word which we use there in English. So we don't have here the separate one. Could. For could we have again the same hekyi, hekak, hekak, hekan, the hekyi. Same for the could, but in could we have more stress and we can use it as the past of the can as well. But in past, when we use duck crowd in past, we use the past one there in order to understand. For example, suk heki hey. We change the shape of this. If the shape is like this, heki, it's up here. And if I have to say in past, we can say su heki hey. Like in past, if I have to say, I'll write here su. This is heki. This is heki. Then it's hey. This is her, and this is ye. It's related to this. So I have to add this thing to this. So it becomes su heki hey in past. Tim hek han. Hek han. See. Hek han. So when we use tim in past as they, we can say tim. This is hek. This is hek. Then this is again hey. This is noon. This is we add here this hey and noon. Tim hek han. Tim hek han gesit. Ts hek hak. See, hekak is for the present. Hek hak is for the past. And then su heki hey. Now tui hekyu is for the present. Tui heki hu. Tui heki hu kam. You could have done this work. Or you can put in Kashmiri as well, we can put stress. We show with the past duck crowd, we show also the stress. For example, we say that you could have done this work with stress. That means you were sure. That means if another person was sure that you could have done this work, that means he could use their hekyi. Tu hekyi karitikul, tu hekyi yutilith. That means it's not a simple past. It can be used as a simple past in situations, but it can be used when you give the stress on the words. So today our short lecture was about duck crowd. Duck crowd. Its next lecture will be may, might, and this ought to. But we'll just summarize it and we'll just evaluate the lesson. So what's our lesson today? It's about duck crowd, and duck crowd is called modal auxiliaries. And we have two kinds of helping verbs. One is bunyadi, duck crowd, and one is modal. That means which can be used with all different things. Like it's like a modal. It can be used here: can, could, may, might. The situations depend. Now, how many categories are there? General 2 categories for the basic duck crowd in Kashmiri language. So today we took can. So can, we have the words like heki. It's a general word, can, but heki changes with the inflection. For example, we inflect to this heki, we inflect different things here. We inflect wow, we inflect ka, we inflect na, we inflect he in the past. So different categories we have. So why don't we use the similar heki in Kashmiri? That's the answer there, which we discussed here, that our Kashmiri depends mostly on the subject, the kind of subject you have. The kind of subject you have, for example, if you have the singular subject, we have a different word. If you have the plural subject, we have a different word. If you have now the subject like masculine, we have a different, and feminine, we have different. So the examples you can, I will give the examples with different subject. Now the examples with first person. B, hek, that means this, I can. Us, heko, so that means heko is also used. It's he, and this is ko, heko, that means with we. Us, heko, with we, us. When we say us means we can say heko. Us heko kam kirt, we can do this work. Now, second person singular. Ts hekak, you can. Ts hekak but the cat, you can eat food. Ts hekak kam kirt, you can do this work. Ts hekak yutulit, you can lift this. Ts hekak gobchiz tulit, you can lift a heavy thing. Now, with second person plural. Now is tui, hekyi, hekyi, kam kirit, you can do this work, means with the plural. Now third person singular with he, su hekyi, that's here this, he can do. Swa hekyi, similar hekyi with the feminine, she can do. Now tim for they as a third person plural. Tim hekan, they can do. Tim look hekan, those people can do this work. Tim ladk hekan, those boys can do this work. Tim query hekan, those girls can do this work. Us ladk heko, we boys can do this work. Us query heko, we girls could do this work or can do this work. So see you in our next lecture. Make the practice of this. Till then, goodbye.